afternoon. My name is Monica Chiquito, and just wanted to say hello. I hope everyone is doing fine today. Before I start my presentation, I would like to ask if anybody has heard of this sound. Okay, can you guys raise your hand up if you've ever heard of that sound? Okay, awesome. Now, the reason why I want to go ahead and focus on that, what you just heard is actually the WEA. It's a wireless emergency alert. There's actually different reasons why that was launched. It was launched in 2012, and it was used to go ahead and notify the U.S. of different situations like weather conditions, missing children, or even different critical situations within the U.S. Now, the reason why I want to focus on that is the main one I want to focus on today is the Amber Alert. Now, has anybody ever heard of the Amber Alert? Yes? No? Okay, so here it is. What the Amber Alert actually, before I get this presentation started, my name is Monica Chiquito once again. This is the Amber Alert, and what the purpose of it and the information I want to give in is that I want you guys to know how it started, how it was created, how it works, and the most important thing is how the public has to do, that plays a big role in this. Now, AMBER actually is an acronym for America's Missing Broadcast Emergency Response. It was actually brought up in 1996 by the Dallas-Fort Worth broadcasters team and the local police. Now, what happened is that unfortunately, because of an event that happened during that time, we had to go ahead and implement this. It was established once again in 1996. It was because of a 9-year-old girl who, unfortunately, her name is Amber Agerman, and she was kidnapped in Arlington, Texas, and unfortunately later found brutally murdered. Now, with that said, this began because they wanted to go ahead and include the public, any type of law enforcement, to be able to go ahead and give a handout. Now, who is in charge of this program? The program is actually run by different organizations, you can say, different agencies, multiple agencies, go ahead and contribute to this to be able to have, I guess you can say, how it can run smoothly. The person in charge, or basically the office in charge, is the Assistant Attorney General for the Office of Justice Programs, which is run by the U.S. Department of Justice. Now, with that said, they actually are sort of like the coordinator out of all the different groups, and they set the criteria and guidelines to be able to see what is, how you can send the Amber Alert. Now, how does the Amber Alert system work? So first of all, it has to be minimum, there's a criteria to be able to be focused on, and so that way they can go ahead and set out that Amber Alert, the noise you just heard a minute ago. Now, what happens is that the PROTECT Act was actually done in 2003 by George W. Bush. It was a law that was signed for this purpose. It's actually to help the children. It's called the Prosecutorial Remedies and Other Tools at the End of the Exploitation of Children Today. It's actually just to go ahead and try to see how the government can help find these children. Now, the criterion given by the Department of Justice, I have several points, is that the law must think that the child is in danger. If unfortunately, there has to be a criteria to be met to be able to classify to have that Amber Alert system. Another one is that you have to have enough descriptive information to be able to give to the law enforcement. For example, car plates, information about the child, anything of that sort. Another thing is that the child must be 17 or younger, and most importantly is that the information has to be sent to the NCIC, which is another center run by the government as well, to be able to have that information be put into the system. After the criteria is met, that's when we as the public come in. They send out the alert to different stuff, like for our phones, to the TVs, through radio, broadcasting, any type of news that help out to spread out the word and how we can help these children. Now here's when the public comes in. I don't know if anybody has ever just go ahead and swipe left and not even look at the Amber Alert. Now that's actually something that you should look into. The reason why is because you have another set of eyes that the law enforcement doesn't have. So what would you do? If you ever do run into something and you saw the Amber Alert and you think, oh, it must be, one of the Amber Alerts, what you need to do is go ahead and contact the law enforcement information that was given during the Amber Alert. If you cannot find that information, then just go ahead and don't give up. Contact the local police and give as much detail as you can towards them. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that you don't have to find something, but or an Amber Alert has to be sent. If you by any chance see anything that has to be, I guess you can say, reported, if you see some suspicious activity, you will call the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, and most importantly, always contact your local police enforcement. Now, some examples of Amber Alerts are these. For example, you can get them through your cell phone, you can get them to the news. There are many other type of ways that you can actually get them. You always hear them whenever, you're watching the TV and all of a sudden this shows up. Don't ever forget that always in the, for example, the phone, if you see it right here, it actually contains plate number, where the plates are from, the type of descriptive car it is. So it doesn't necessarily focuses on the children sometimes or the information of the child, but of the plates. Always focus on the plates whenever it comes, if you see any suspicious activity. And does anybody have any questions? Well, thank you for hearing me today, and once again, let's go ahead and work together to have these children back into their parents. Now, this community, this system involves not only the enforcement itself, but we as a community to work together to be able to go ahead and give a little bit of hope to those families that have unfortunately been disattached from their children. Now, always remember, like I say, be safe. Don't ever try to go ahead and you contribute and try to go ahead and do something about it. But the only way you could help is actually by contacting your local police enforcement. They will know what to do, the steps to go ahead and do. And always, like I say, stay safe and don't ever try to approach these people. All you have to do is just go ahead and give out that information and be as descriptive as you can towards the enforcement. Thank you.